And people will say that, what if now you have identified your purpose, what next? There are so many people in this world that needs your impact. There are so many people, there are so many lives that are depending on you to make for you to make that decision, that for you to come to terms that this is your purpose and start living in it and start living in your purpose. There are so many people who are depending on that specific thing. So it's the same thing with me. If I could not have decided to come here and make this video and talking to you about how to identify your purpose or how to navigate through your purpose, then I could be denying you the opportunity. Hello influencers, and welcome to Your Purpose with Edda YouTube channel. This is a platform that helps young adults who are seeking for clarity in their lives journeys by helping you identify your purpose and create a living out of what you enjoy doing. So today we are going to talk about 3 elements that constitute purpose. And for us to talk about purpose, for us to talk about creating a profit out of our passion, creating a profit out of our purpose, we definitely have to talk about these 3 elements. And number 1 element that we are going to talk about is personal meaningfulness. A purpose is not a purpose if it does not have that thing that makes you feel alive. You might be working somewhere in corporate, but you don't feel like that is your right place to be. That means that, or that what that tells you is that that is not your area of purpose. You need to pursue your purpose. Definitely, yes, there are some people who are called into corporate. That is why corporates were there, so that and other people were called to be in corporate in order for them to survive. But if you are there, or you are trying to find your footing in life, and you are starting your career, or you are starting your life's journey, and you want to make these big decisions, but you are like, this is not the place for me to be, then you need to reevaluate yourself. First of all, for us to be able to find our personal meaningfulness, we cannot go by without talking about our values. It has to begin with our values. What are your values? What do you really value as an individual? Be it patience, be it kindness, be it showing up for each other, be it being a charitable person, whatever your values are, you need to write them, all of them down, and be able to identify, okay, so these are my values, these are who I am really. So you can use Google to search what are the areas of, maybe let's say, careers that these values fit in fully. That is how you try to get to identify who you really truly who you are, sorry. Yes, and for us to talk about personal meaningfulness, we are talking about what are these activities, what are these interests, what are these courses that deeply resonate with me, that I am authentic about. I remember when I was beginning my journey of finding my purpose, I had to ask myself those tough questions. And I looked at my values. I looked at what I liked. I looked at what I spent my life mostly on. I looked at what I was mostly researching about. And I definitely knew that I wanted to be in the people space, talking to people, listening to people, being more empathetic with people. That is just my sphere. But you who's trying to start that journey, you need to find your place. You need to identify, what is this thing that keeps me feeling alive? What is this thing that once I start doing it, I do not want to stop doing it? Even if I am tired, I can still do it. And even if I am not being paid for it, I really want to continue doing it. Which brings me to the second element of purpose, which is being goal oriented. For you to be able to ensure that you can see your purpose to fruition, it has to have a goal at the end of the day. it has to have a goal. And that is why even your purpose with Edda, we are talking about, we help you navigate towards identifying your purpose. And after we have identified your purpose, that is not our end goal. Our end goal is seeing you being fruitful and even being profitable from, and even making a living from your purpose, which is something that would give us so much joy and happiness if we help you do that. Yes, you have it, your purpose has to have a goal. If talking about myself, if I want to be a coach, that is my end goal as a coach. And people will say that, what if now you have identified your purpose, what next? There are so many people in this world that needs your impact. There are so many people, there are so many lives that are depending on you to make for you to make that decision, that for you to come to terms that this is your purpose and start living in it and start living in your purpose. There are so many people who are depending on that specific thing. So it's the same thing with me. If I could not have decided to come here and make this video and talking to you about how to identify your purpose or how to navigate through your purpose, then I could be denying you the opportunity. So that is why it has to have a goal. My goal is to be able, at the end of the day, my goal is to be a better coach. My goal is to be able to help you be able to identify your purpose and actually make a living through it. That is my goal. And when I see one or two people being able to live their calling based on my pushing, or my me pushing the agenda to them and them actually doing that, that is my goal. And now my goal does not end in the two people. There are so many people in this world that I can actually be able to impact by just being who I am, by just doing what I enjoy doing. And which brings me to my third point on the elements of purpose. It has to impact people. Your purpose is not just about you. Your purpose is connected to the impact that you create in the world. Take that in. It is that desire to make a positive difference in the lives of different people in the world. So it has to begin with you. It goes to the smaller community where you are at, and definitely the world will see the light. It has to impact people. Your purpose cannot just be to make money out of it. No, that is not your purpose. You're just trying luck with different things. And that is why when you talk to most of the entrepreneurs or the billionaires or the millionaires, they are talking about being a master of one. And once you master one thing and you are really good at it, the money will definitely come. And you cannot start with the money before the impact, because people buy value, people buy the perception, people buy how you make them feel. So for us to do that, we have to start by creating that value to the people. Once we have created that value to the people, you will definitely see how many people will come back to you needing more, and they will be willing to even pay more. So let's start by creating value, and that value is done by creating impact to the world. So your purpose is not about I, but it also has to have that impact to the greater world. So I have, in this video, I have talked about 3 elements of purpose. And number 1 was personal meaningfulness. Number 2 is goal oriented. And number 3 is impact to people. And until next time, have a really good time. And remember, you are an influencer in your purpose. Identifying your purpose helps you to be an influencer in your purpose. Those two have to be connected. Why are you an influencer and you are not an influencer in your purpose? If you can be an influencer, why not be it in something that you enjoy doing and you are actually being paid for it? Have a lovely day. Be bold, be magnificent, and enjoy your life.